You know, it's kind of rude to walk around in here and not give me so much as a hello.
I assumed you were asleep.
I don't sleep much. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying the company of a comfortable bed when I spot one.
After that fight at the Quentin Carnival, I suppose we all could use a lengthy rest.
I can't get too comfortable. Not so long as Sabretooth's still out there.
He is your quarry, I take it?
I guess you could say that. We have a history. None of it nice. Though he's definitely changed. His nasty side got, well, nastier.
Lilith's evil is seductive. She can easily corrupt anyone.
Creed was always a homicidal monster. But now he's really taken things to the next level.
Does not look like you are planning to stay long. Some find our abbey to be a bit unnerving.
Oh, this place is nothing. You'd be surprised at some of the places I've rested my boots.
You talk like that, now you have to tell me some stories.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I've been all over the planet. And a few other planets besides.
Other planets?
Yeah. We're not alone in the universe, you know. There's the Kree, there's Skrulls, there's the Brood. Most aliens you're better off avoiding, but there's a few good ones out there. I'll tell you though, after a while, all you really care about is a nice soft bed. I see the way you're looking at me. Who's this mysterious guy hanging out in my place all of a sudden?
Perhaps.
Tell you what, I've got a little break between people trying to kill me, so let's have a little chat.
What do you know about this Johnny Blaze?
He's a flaming jackass. Used to be known as the Spirit of Vengeance, until even his attitude got too bad for that job. Seems like he's really committed to the carny life now. Must be the funnel cakes and fried candy bars.
Do you think a man like that is up to the challenge before him? Guarding the Parchment of Power is not a task taken lightly.
Yeah, we faced some vile customers together. He may not have the flaming skull thing anymore, but he's got guts where it counts.
How long have you known Sabretooth? Seems like you two have a history.
His real name's Victor Creed, and you're right. We've got bad blood going back a long time. Believe it or not, we used to be teammates and pals. Kinda.
They say familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah, well, they get things dead on sometimes. Didn't take me long to notice he wasn't exactly playing with a full deck. Creed and I have long since chosen to follow different paths. Yet somehow we keep ending up at the same friggin' destination.
You seem like a nomad, but surely you have a place you call home.
I guess you could say Xavier's place has been the closest thing to a real home I've ever had.
Who?
Oh, Professor Charles Xavier. He's got a swanky place outside of New York City. A private school. Lots of space and plenty of interesting folk. It's a lot like your Abbey here. Except Charles has a baseball field.
Baseball?
Yeah, if you got interest, I'd be happy to explain all the rules sometime.
You seem to know everyone. I assume you know the Midnight Suns as well.
I know some of these kids. Didn't know they got themselves a band name.
Who do you know?
Magic, for instance. She's the kid sister of a buddy of mine, Pyotr Rasputin. I call him Colossus.
Interesting. You and she have similar attitudes.
Maybe because we have similar backgrounds. I grew up in Canada, surrounded by wolves, and she grew up in Limbo, surrounded by demons.
Which place is worse, Canada or Limbo?
Oh, Limbo. They don't have hockey.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
It's been a pleasure. If you have more questions, you know where to find me.
Hunter, you there? I'm in the library. It's super important you meet me here ASAP.
This is bull. Grade A bull.
I saw a listing for a 4-story walk-up, Upper West Side. Maybe your new sanctum?
Tony, I can't think about that now. The sanctum wasn't just a home. It was a part of me.
I know. I just thought it might cheer you up.
I must confess, the loss of the Sanctum Sanctorum has deeply affected my focus. For the first time in quite a while, I feel a sense of mourning. Sentimental, I know, but I cannot shake the sense that life as I know it has changed for the worse.
I am sorry for your loss.
I appreciate your attempt to console me, yet the Sanctum's absence remains. Tell me, Hunter, if Lilith's forces captured the Abbey, if they prevented your return home, what would you do?
Lilith does not belong in the Abbey. We kicked her out once. We would just do it again.
A confident boast, but Lilith's power far eclipses your own. How could you possibly evict her?
By relying on all of you.
I see. Thank you, Hunter. You leave me with much to consider. A most thoughtful gesture. Our time together is always illuminating, Hunter.
I can hear you standing there, Hunter.
What are you reading, Nico?
A limited edition print of the Book of Thoth.
The Book of Thoth? Where did you find a book of such rarity?
I didn't. Someone just left it out. Weird, too, because I was looking for a book on chaos magic so I could understand Wanda's grimoire a little better. I didn't think I was gonna find any, since Caretaker probably hid or burned every single text on the topic. But, poof, here this was, waiting for me.
It has been my experience that what we seek usually has a way of finding us first.
Yeah, maybe, but it's not like books just pull themselves off shelves and onto tables. Well, not in this castle at least. Someone left this out.
I wonder who.
Sometimes I think this library is haunted by a friendly librarian ghost.
Find anything helpful in it?
I did. There's a historical account of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who was struck by a dark madness after reading a page from an old book called The Scrolls of Chthon.
Wait, that is another name for the...
Darkhold, I know. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the first case of corruption in recorded history.
Was this pharaoh's corruption ever purified?
Hold up, I haven't gotten to that part of the story. So the legend goes that nothing could cure the pharaoh until this traveling light worker came along, laid his hands upon the pharaoh, and recited an incantation. The pharaoh came back to his senses and returned to his good old classical Egyptian disbody self.
Sounds like the best possible outcome was reached for everyone involved.
Well, not for everyone. So like, when the Lightworker recited the incantation, he absorbed all the Pharaoh's corruption into his own body and, died.
He did not survive?
No. but the lines of the incantation he used are scattered throughout this book. I'm gonna have Magic help me transcribe them and see if we can use them to cure Wanda.
Let me get this straight. You and Magic plan on piecing together a 100,000-year-old incantation that worked once and killed the person who said it?
Yes?
It is unlikely that the historical account of the incantation is accurate.
Well, I've gotta try something. It's not like anyone else has any other bright ideas. Well, I'm gonna find Magic, see if we can make a dent in this transcription. I'll give you a shout when we do. Until then, not a word about this to anyone.
Was my tincture of calming?
They're accusing me of keeping secrets, as if that's the biggest problem we have right now. I don't know, maybe the demonic green sky over New York was too subtle for them to notice?
I think they noticed.
Well, it wasn't intentional. We were supposed to win in New York. We weren't supposed to lose the Sanctum, or Avengers Tower. Or Banner. I mean, call me crazy, but would sitting everyone down and telling them all about Blaze and the Parchment really have made a difference?
I understand why you did it. The fewer people who know about the Parchment, the better.
That's exactly right. When everyone operates on a need-to-know basis, they can focus.
Is that how you are able to focus?
Well, no, I need to know everything. Things are spiraling out of control, and right now, I just need to figure out what to do about this prophecy.
You really think you can stop the Darkhold's prophecy by working in here?
Well, I'm kind of known for making the impossible possible. Give me a couple hours and a decent lunch, maybe an Italian hoagie, and I can fix anything. Trust me.
If you want to stop the prophecy over lunch, I think you will need a bigger lunch.
Well, I need to be careful not to eat too much, especially carbs. I just blow up and, blow up. Huh. Please excuse me. I need to jot down some ideas.
Are you making prophecies of your own?
Shoo, go, genius at work. Gotta get a sign.
I wish I could have helped today.
I can see you are still upset, Ileana.
Of course I'm still upset. Caretaker continuously stonewalls us and expects all of us to just go along and make nice. But it never works out that way. You would think she would have learned by now, but I guess not. She should trust us more.
I am sure Caretaker's intentions came from a good place.
Good intentions mean nothing when the outcome causes harm.
She probably does not see it that way.
I don't care how she sees it. Neither Caretaker nor Tony told us she gave the page to Blaze for safekeeping. They should know he's one of the least safe people on the planet, no matter what Robbie says. Now all that stands between this realm and Chthon is that overrated stuntman. Entrusting it to him was a mistake.
And do you have a better idea to whom we should entrust something of such value?
I'd give it to Nico to hold, and if she didn't want to carry the weight of it, I would.
And you would be willing to risk your soul holding it? It is said to have demonic effects on its keeper.
Demonic effects? I'm already as demonic as this realm will tolerate. I don't cower from the darkness. I am made from its fabric. I could handle it. But alas, they did not give the parchment to me to hold. Blaze has the parchment, and I cannot change that. Let's just hope he can hold on to it.
You know, I was obsessed with the sun as a kid. A huge nuclear reactor fueling all light and life in our solar system. And then looking up at the stars at night and realizing there were other nuclear reactors, some of them even bigger and brighter, probably supporting planets just like ours. I was blown away.
And now?
I want to say I still am, but I saw countless stars while I was in the Kree Star Force. White dwarfs, red giants, even a couple of neutrino stars. Sadly, the sense of wonder eventually wears off, like most things.
We all change and grow. The things that we once found curious are now mundane. It is proof of how far we have come.
I guess you're right. Heck, I know you're right. The Kree's Psyche Magnetron took me pretty far from some Boston girl. Kree DNA will open a lot of doors for you. Makes a girl wonder where I'd be without it. What would the life of regular Carol Danvers look like?
You would have found new ways to break boundaries and set new records. Probably break those as well.
I do love the sound of a glass ceiling shattering, and it would be nice to know that I did it with no extraterrestrial help, so to speak. That's a thought. Maybe in another life. But for now, you're stuck with me in this one.
Feels like it's approaching Last Stand territory.
Oh, you are gonna love this. What have you got for me, boss? Sometimes, I even impress myself. Another project? All right, here's the plan. I'll hit this thing with the big hammer, and you transform it into something.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
What's up, Big H?
This should be useful.
Don't worry. That much big asshole energy can't hide for long.
Okay. Morning, Blaze. Want to do some Spirit of Vengeance training in the yard? Oh man, I sound so lame. Freaking hopeless.
Who are you talking to, Robbie? Sparky?
Oh, hey there, Hunter. Didn't see you standing there. I was just talking to myself, trying to hype myself up, you know?
Hype yourself up for what?
If we're gonna be working with Blaze, and he starts hanging out at the Abbey, and we're driving across the desert together killing demons, I need to be cool. I mean, he's the original Spirit of Vengeance, the real Ghost Rider. And I'm just Robbie Reyes from East LA. How the hell am I supposed to live up to that?
You do not want to follow in Blaze's footsteps. He does not seem like a role model for anyone.
Really? He's always seemed like the best to me.
I think the wisest thing to do would be to chart our own path.
Look at me. I'm standing here in the middle of this ancient abbey, surrounded by some of Earth's greatest heroes. And I still don't really feel like I belong. It's not like I got that special something you've got. I mean, look at you. You're not intimidated by anyone. How do you own that swagger?
I follow my moral compass and do what I believe is right, no matter what others say.
What if you don't have a moral compass? Or your moral compass is a demon that lives in your head and isn't just a talking cricket?
Then I suggest developing one of your own. Crickets are untrustworthy.
Well, thanks for the heart-to-heart, or demon-to-demon, or whatever. You've given me and Sparky a lot to digest. See you around, Hunter.
That was a hell of a sparring session, Eliana.
Ain't gonna go easy, bub.
I still say we should have built a firing range first.
Don't tell anyone.
Ready for more? Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm... Later.
This isn't working.
The map table? Should I get Tony?
No, I mean, Midnight Suns, Avengers, and now X-Men. The Abbey. None of it's working. And I have no one to blame but myself.
That is not what I see.
I appreciate the rare vote of confidence, but you're wrong. This is my doing. 3 teams under the same roof, all fighting for different reasons. Nothing to bring us together. It's not too late to change that. If Agatha were here, she'd tell me... Oh, it doesn't matter. She isn't here.
You are right. You have to make a decision.
That settles it. I'm calling a meeting.
When?
Tonight. I'll spread the word. Find me after your mission. We can go there together.
All right. How is the search for Blaze going?
Nowhere. The dude has totally gone off-grid. I've scoured every rat hole on the planet a guy like that would be seen in. Monster truck shows, stunt cycling extravaganzas, motocross events, but Blaze is totally MIA. I'm telling you, Hunter, if I have to spend one more hour scanning digital maps for that hot Cheeto, even my super sight is gonna go all squiggly.
Maybe it is time to take a break from all this screen time.
I'd love to, Hunter, but who's gonna look for Bad Boy Blaze while I'm resting my eyes?
Why do you not ask Blade? He would be happy to help.
I'm sure he would, but I'm the one who volunteered for Blaze Patrol. Would be kind of a jerk move to push it off onto someone else, especially a friend. Besides, it would take up too much time to catch anyone else up on all the places Johnny Blaze is not. And time is one thing we do not have on our side. We have to get our hands on that parchment before your nightmare of a mother does. Well, I'd love to continue with the chit-chatting, but I've got to get back to the most boring manhunt in history.
Do let me know when you find him.
Don't worry. I'll be so freaking relieved and excited the whole Abbey will know. Come on, Blaze. Come out wherever you are. I can't hide.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Can't stop thinking of all the terrified civilians.
Looking for a fight?
I have something for you.
A pair of cozy mittens?
Components for shop class.
Be honest, have I traveled back in time?
No. You sent me a message.
Right. I set those up before the last meeting. And you got one.
So, what should I do with these components?
I can take them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you hand them over, I can get Tony and Robbie talking again.
And if not?
I'll give them all back. Deal?
Agreed.
Time's wasting, Hunter. Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answer here. See you around.
We about to go crazy with Wolverine.
Hydra forces are transferring some of their equipment out of this area, and you have a chance to intercept it. You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
That should not be a problem.
Attached to that face.
Where'd you learn that from?
You sure about that? Dibs on the ugly one.
Hail that!
Going for it.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Was that your best shot? I'll just follow my nose.
Didn't work the first time either.
Regroup and await reinforcements. Serve her with
All Hydra know.
They've armed one of the crates. It's going to explode if you don't get that key. You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
Want it done right? You gotta do it yourself.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
I'm gonna get you for that.
Ultra Immortalis. Can't run from this.
to try that.
Hey, that hurt!
On Delta responding. I've got your back.
Looking at me?
Another of the crates is armed to detonate. Get to that key card.
Now it's my Yeah, that's right.
Whatever works.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can get the other.
Let's see how tough you are.
They've destroyed one of the crates. Focus on getting the other keys.
As long as you're ready for the counter. Hey, one of ours needs help.
Listen, get you going.
Do not change their plans.
You have earned this.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Your fate is sealed. Your loyalty to the Mother of Demons will be your undoing.
This should be good. Aw, you guys are so adorable thinking you can beat us.
I am not myself.
This has gotta help.
In my sights.
A paltry attempt at concealment.
I think I need a break.
Just what I need. No complaints here.
Tracking them.
Let's hope we don't have to do that again. Here's one.
How long have you been waiting to do that? Got a casualty here.
Did someone feel a breeze?
Hydra hasn't gotten much better over the years. Bad luck for you, bud. You ain't good enough for me. Bring what you got. Yes, goodbye.
Picking up posses, and that's your strength. Leave some for the rest of us.
You had your chance.
Targeting systems active.
Have the upper hand for now. You had your chance to escape. Lilith herself could not best me. Think you will fare any better? Walk in the light. I am afraid you might not make it back from this one.
by myself here.
You're in trouble now.
Now that was something.
No mercy on the servants of Willow.
That must have taken practice. Oh, ready.
Good one.
I feel better already.
Well, Granny hit harder than that.
Right, time to shine.
Let's try this. Oh, I almost feel bad for you losers. Almost.
The enemy has the upper hand.
There's probably still time for you to run off. I'll pretend this never happened.
Too weak for this.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
Hey, kiddo. Almost time for the meeting.
I'm ready.
All right, it's not far from here.
Hello, my dear.
What are you doing here?
Whenever Sarah was this nervous, I used to keep close. A look, a smile, a touch on the shoulder. It always helped. I can't do that now, of course, but death can't stop me from watching over her.
Why would she be nervous?
I don't know. I think I'll stay and find out.
I dislike this.
Why? We don't know what it's about.
I dislike anything mandatory.
I'm always wary of impromptu team meetings.
Why?
It's usually when people get fired.
You have been fired?
Me? No. But I've had to call those meetings, and they suck.
Short notice for a meeting.
What do you think it is about?
From the set of her jaw, some kind of reprimand.
An auspicious night.
You know how long this will take?
I do not. Why?
Robbie and I had plans. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Big news, whatever it is.
How can you tell?
I've known Sarah long enough. After tonight, everything changes.
She didn't call this meeting lightly. Whatever this is, it's important.
How do you know?
Because I've called meetings like this before.
Such a charming location for whatever is about to happen.
What, no predictions?
As I have mentioned on many occasions, often in your presence, I can no longer peer along the shaft of Time's arrow, nor alter its arc.
But if you could...
What would you suggest I do? waste my considerable talents on a glorified pep talk? I should think not.
So you do know what she will say?
I have my suspicions.
Did she say what it's about?
What a waste of my evening.
You know what this is about?
No, but it will be a waste, I am certain.
Any idea what this is about?
Not really.
I think she's gonna yell at somebody.
Why do you say that?
Just a feeling.
Nobody knows what this is about. Did she say something to you?
Not really.
Whatever it is, it can't be good. Good thing you're...
This is odd, huh?
The meeting?
No, meeting out here. Why not the common room? Something's up.
Everyone's here. I should begin.
You sound like you are hesitating.
That's because I am. I could use a moment to collect my thoughts.
Take your time. I will catch up with the others.
Thank you. It won't be long. All right, I'm ready.
We are all ready to hear what you have to say.
Time to tear off the bandage. Thank you all for coming. Truthfully, I wasn't sure everyone would. And that's why we're meeting. The Hunter and I are working to stop Lilith and her master, Chthon. I'm not certain about the rest of you.
We're in this to the end.
Are you? I see petty rivals more concerned with scoring points off one another than stopping the mother of demons.
Whoa there, if anyone isn't pulling their weight, it's the Midnight Suns.
And if anyone's doing their own thing, it's the Avengers.
And the ringleaders prove my point. But I speak only for myself. So, I ask the Hunter, who is responsible for the dysfunctional state in which we find ourselves?
Every one of us bears responsibility for our failure.
Hey, I just got here.
Except for Logan.
I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
And Parker. He is fine.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of us spend our time at odds. We have accomplished next to nothing since my return. Unless you count losing ground to my mother.
She will destroy everything you know, pollute all you love. In this, she and her followers are unified. To serve Lilith is to serve Chthon. If you don't pull the same direction, if you'd rather fight each other, We've already lost.
Look, the Midnight Suns are unproven. I will grant that they have potential, but we can't trust an apocalyptic threat to the Halloween teens.
We're all in our 20s.
Could have fooled me.
See? The Avengers underestimate their allies. You think they'll do otherwise for the Mother of Demons? If they're in charge, we lose.
You're both right. The only one who can lead us to victory is the Hunter.
Huh.
That's our Steve.
What do you say, Hunter? Are you willing to lead us against your own mother?
Only if everyone wants me to do it.
I can only speak for myself, but you already convinced me.
Just like that?
It's a heavy responsibility. I wanted to hear you say you're willing to bear it. We're your team, Hunter. Tell us how you plan to lead us.
This is all so new to me. I will rely on every one of you. Help me do the best I can. I will make mistakes. We all will. But the team is here to hold us steady, no matter if we stumble.
Highly inspirational, boss, but let's get down to vibranium tax. We're all equal here, and it's obvious my team is first among equals. Look, there's no question these kids have heart. We can't do any of this without them. But this isn't our first apocalypse, and experience beats heart any day of the week. Boss, I need to know where we stand on this.
I can guarantee nothing for the Avengers but the toughest battle they have ever encountered.
We try not to rank them. It's more of an above a certain threshold kind of thing.
Then I guarantee a life above the threshold until Lilith is back in hell.
We can get behind that, right, Tony?
Sure.
We are all equals here. There is no first among us. We do this as one, or not at all.
Not to interrupt this feel-good moment, but what about us? It's no secret we were sidelined when Tony and the others showed up. Caretaker built our team to face this threat, but we've been pushed aside. I need to know that ends here.
There is no future where the Midnight Suns miss the fight.
That's all we needed to hear.
You need to hear more than that. So does everyone here. Nico, Blade, Ileana, and Robbie may have been here first. But now? We are all the Midnight Suns. When every one of us believes that, we will be ready to face my mother.
That's enough for tonight. I want all of you to reflect on what we said. If you'll excuse me, I need a moment with the Hunter. So that's it. We did what we could. Let's hope it works.
I had no idea this was coming.
Kiddo, you have no poker face. For the others to consider you as a leader, your reaction needed to be genuine.
Was Steve in on this?
No, but he respects you, and I had a feeling he'd speak his mind. If he hadn't suggested you take the reins, it would have been me.
I still do not see the point of all this.
They're finally thinking of something other than themselves. That was the point.
That is all I needed.
Tonight, we pulled the plunger and set the ball rolling. The rest is gravity, and the occasional nudge.
Is that a pinball reference?
In the 70s, Agatha insisted I pick up a hobby. I won a few tournaments.
Why do I know about pinball?
Perhaps it's the universe telling you to challenge me when this is all done?
Think I could take you?
No, you drain faster than bathwater.
There's the Sarah I know.
The one who yells at everyone?
The one who kicks indecisions straight in the ass. Up for a drink?
More than you know.
I had not predicted this.
Really?
No. Sarah spoke with me earlier. We have a long history of mutual advisement.
What advice did you provide?
About time. Which was a mistake. She thought I'd presented her with a temporal riddle, as I do on occasion.
I could have brought popcorn.
For the team?
No, to watch you turn the Abbey upside down and shake it like tambourines. You were more entertaining than anything I could have done tonight. Next time, I'll bring popcorn.
Not what I expected.
Is that good or bad?
Right now? Feels good to me.
I don't know how to feel about this. I'm happy for you, but I hope it isn't weird when we hang out.
Why would it be weird?
Huh. Good point. All right. Let's not make it weird.
I get what Steve sees in you.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
With him, depends on the week. But for you, it's all compliment, boss. Wouldn't you know it? Now you're the actual boss. And I called it, way before Steve did.
I don't know if I agree with everything you said. Still, I'm glad you said it.
What do you mean?
This is the first time I've felt like I'm really part of a team. Not just Peter tagging along. I get it, we're in this together. But it's good to know that's how you see it.
So that's a good point.
Yeah, I guess I can follow you. For now.
What are you saying exactly?
Kid, don't lose my respect. It's the part of me that won't grow back.
You certainly know how to speak your mind.
You agreed with me.
Of course not. But you stepped up, you laid it out, and now you're ready to walk straight into hell. Figure I'll be there when you do.
Really?
Yeah, you're the obvious target, so I'll slip past why they tear you limb from limb. Don't worry, we'll build you a bigger mausoleum.
Always the strategist.
Still working out the kinks, but we'll get there.
Don't know why I didn't see it. You're perfect for this.
You did not see me as a leader?
It never crossed my mind. Most leaders I've encountered in life have a sort of professional ambition, for better or worse. Steve doesn't, but he's also called Captain America. The name alone carries rank and authority.
So if I went by Private Hunter...
Oh no, don't call yourself that. And I'm not explaining why.
I didn't come here planning to put you on the spot, but that's how it turned out.
You really think I can do this?
I know you can do this, and you have a great team ready for you to lead them. So let's get started.
Don't bunch up.
I should have told you about Agatha. I sincerely hope I won't need to repeat myself after tonight.
Call me Private Hunter.
What's happening, Hunter?
Oh, you are gonna love this. What have you got for me, boss? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Farewell. Until next time. I guess I could show you a couple of things.
Practice makes perfect.
Let's see him try to handle. Sounds relaxing.
No pain, no gain. Later.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze? Was running a search for our new pal Blaze's location, and all of a sudden, this happened.
Equone credite tucri.
Latin?
Do not trust the horse Trojans. Carol, just what type of search were you running? There. It's a message. Well, more like a bad dad joke from beyond the grave.
Howard?
His research files. Whenever there's any unauthorized access, the Trojan Horse program activates, and bingo. There's our little thief right there.
The Southwest. That cannot be a coincidence.
Tony, did Howard do this to all his files?
Oh no, only the good stuff. The really juicy stuff.
How juicy?
Well, I'll give you two guesses, but you'll only need one. A big green one.
Damn, we gotta fight the Hulk soon.
And how Lilith plans to use it again.
Find out what Banner is searching for in the Stark files, then get back here.
We got this, Sarah. I know how to handle Bruce.
He's fallen under Lilith's power. He's no longer the same man.
Stark, wait! We don't know what he's planning.
Hesitated with Bruce before and it cost us. Don't worry. This time I've accounted for...
And if these results are correct, it changes everything.
You knowingly triggered that Trojan horse, didn't you?
I did.
Another trap, Bruce? I'm disappointed.
No trap, Tony. An invitation.
To what? Join Queen Demon and the Creepy Crew? If anyone could fight her off, I'd have thought it'd be you.
And why would I ever want to do that? She values me, not the monster you all seem so fixated with. Together, we will shatter the limitations of what you refer to as magic and science. But don't take my word on it. My Gamma Accelerator is only the first step. We stand on the precipice of true
Yeah, heard that one before. Usually when Pops was ready to kick off a new arms race.
Save your phony disgust for the cameras. We both know you're interested. I want you to finish Howard's work.
Uh-huh.
With me.
Of course.
Together we will fulfill your father's destiny.
Yep.
And bask in the glory of the Dark Mother.
And there it is. Well, Bruce, I can see how well this whole Lilith thing is working out for you, but the problem is, I already have a team. And while I appreciate the generous offer, we're gonna take back my father's data. And then kick your evil ass.
You misunderstand me, Tony. I wasn't asking.
And that was intense.
Dr. Banner was kind enough to alert Hydra's forces to your presence. If you ever wanted to show off your elite hacking skills, now would be the time, Mr. Stark.
Me? Show off? What would ever give you that idea? And didn't I tell you to call me Tony?
Just hack the computer before they smash it, please, Tony.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Teach me that one. I'll put this to use. About time. For the mother.
I am the mother.
Your
The rift open.
You really are a terrible salesman, Bruce. At least butter me up before you attack my deservedly huge ego.
Some for the rest of us.
You kissed the mother with that mouth?
This is going to hurt.
A flying mechanical combat suit almost seems like cheating.
Hydra Immortalis!
You will suffer.
I've been waiting.
Our allies come for us. Our children will join us soon.
That facility is teeming with Hydra reinforcements. Anything you can do to expedite the process.
Look, you can't just smash the keyboard and wait for a bunch of algebraic equations to fly off the screen. This isn't some 90s movie.
Credit where credit is due. Stark knows his technology.
Got it.
Why can it never be easy with you?
Just lucky, I guess.
Tony, wait! We have what we came for. There's no reason to follow him.
I tried to reason with you, Tony, but you were never going to listen. Just like Mother said.
Oh, crap.
It's too beautiful, too painful for words. So I'll show you. Yes, of course.
Okay, then you were right.
Oh, and Tony, this was the trap.
What the fuck is that? And Dread Maiden.
Holy mother of... Is it me, or are these things just getting bigger and bigger?
I would be more concerned about the mace.
Oh, I was getting to that. But I just can't pull my eyes away from that massive brain case of hers.
I'm glad you're in good spirits, but the Dread Maiden is no laughing matter.
I needed that.
You have earned this. I feel stronger already.
Here it comes.
I fear no end.
Guardian opens her arms.
Okay, you got me.
That will not.
She's going to try summoning reinforcements unless you can disable her first.
Sure, maybe we'll just take a few swipes at her kneecaps.
I know what my future holds.
Sure, why not?
My fate is no different from yours. I will not be defeated.
Who's next? Good night, sweetheart. Get some.
They cannot possibly match your strength. No mercy. You were too weak for this fight.
This should be good. Don't mind if I do. Powering up.
Now that's something.
Another round of warm bodies coming in.
They have not lost interest. Lilith has made this Dread Maiden in her own twisted image.
Interesting interpretation. I would have guessed it was something out of Giger's sketchbooks.
Yo. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. Oh my god, I muted it again. My Iron Man is just weak. That's my only struggle right now. Other than that, everything about him is delicioso.
Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Really want to get on my bad side.
Damn. Baseball bat my shit.
I am still the prize. You seem to be fixated on me.
I know what my future holds. I will not be defeated.
You had your chance to escape. The leader has fallen.
I wasn't sure how you'd fare against her, but the Dread Maiden was no match for you.
What'd you call that thing again?
Dread Maiden.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I think I lost myself there for a second. I should have listened to you. I'm sorry about that.
He that starts out on a quest for vengeance.
This work, this discovery, will have ramifications for generations to come. Think my own son, Tony.
Better not miss. Every time it seems like I finally put my family issues behind me, someone has to go and pick at the scar.
Is this about what Banner found in your father's files?
Bingo. Let's just say your mom and my dad would have made a real cute couple. In hell.
At least you managed to grab whatever Banner was after.
Tiny victory, I guess. But I don't think Banner or his puppet master are going to give up that easily. Especially knowing what kind of stuff my father had in those files.
Perhaps I should know more about him. Your father, that is.
Some kids' dads had hobbies like collecting coins or stamps. Mine collected Defense Department contracts. And on the rare occasions when he wasn't off trying to build a better bomb, he was yelling at me.
Over what?
Over everything!
So Banner wants one of your father's bombs.
No, it's worse than that. Howard had an avid interest in gamma radiation. That's the thing that puts the Hulk in Hulk. He always talked of constructing a gamma accelerator, an unbelievably powerful piece of machinery. If that's what Banner's after, we could be in a world of hurt.
Whatever it is, we will never let Banner get it.
Well, I hope you're right. I wish I could have your can-do attitude right now.
If it helps, we could go through the files together and strategize.
I appreciate the offer, Hunter, but right now I just need to get out of this suit and put my thoughts together.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
See you there. Kinda miss the simplicity of Vampire Slayer.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
Hell's mustering all its machinations to thwart us at every turn. Times like these are when we need to rely...
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice and...
You made short work of... If you haven't... Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
For less capable people, that sounds far too rigid a way to lead.
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives and the resources to achieve them. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is... Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
You leaving?
Yeah, I am done.
Good meeting.
Hunter, hello.
How are you, Peter?
Better than the world out there. I've been watching this for hours, hoping to get a glimpse of the neighborhood, see how it's holding up through all this. But I guess Queens is not important enough for the news media to cover.
Maybe you should take a break from the news.
Kind of hard to when there's people out there you care about.
I just do not want you to burn yourself out.
You sound like Aunt May. She didn't like it when I stayed up all night watching TV either. Is it weird that I miss being nagged by her? I've been trying to reach her on her cell all day today and the signal keeps dropping. I'm guessing that big hole in the New York atmosphere is interfering with her cellular network. Sometimes I feel like I should be there with her, to protect her, to protect the neighborhood. But I know you need me here.
Be assured, we will not allow any harm to come to her.
Really mean that?
I do.
That, means so much to me to hear you say. Oh, looks like I just got a message.
From your Aunt May?
No, MJ. She said Aunt May is staying with her. What a relief.
You should call them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Thanks for checking in on me, Hunter.
Tony Stark's father had a secret trove of gamma research that Bruce Banner stole from under our noses.
It's your move, Tony.
Move for me.
I can't move for you. That defeats the purpose of the game. Why don't you just tell me what's bothering you instead?
Look, I'm not looking for your deep, dark diary secrets. Don't get freaked out. I don't care who you have a crush on. Can't believe I'm actually asking you this, but I wonder if you could give me a peek behind the magical veil?
Magical veil?
Yeah, I don't want to know card tricks or anything like that. I just want to know more about the secrets of magic. I'm talking about the spooky stuff.
Let me teach you something small to start off with. Maybe read a grimoire. See how you like it.
I promise I'm a quick study. Don't hesitate to throw me in the deep end.
I do not doubt your intelligence, which is why we have to start small. Exposing you to magic's darkest secrets right away could do some damage.
What kind of damage could a little book learning do?
Well, reading the wrong grimoire has the potential to wipe your mind completely and turn you into an empty vessel ripe for possession by non-corporeal entities that lurk in the outer darkness, just waiting for unwitting magical explorers to uncover the wrong bit of knowledge.
Don't read the wrong books. Got it. See? I'm a quick student.
Just let me know when and where, and we will begin.
It's good that we have the kind of relationship where I can come to you about this stuff and there's no judgment.
You could not talk to Strange about this?
He knows his stuff, but if I came to him to teach me, I'd never hear the end of it. The man loves the sound of his own voice, especially when he's reciting incantations. If you don't mind, can we keep these lessons between you and me?
Do not worry. I will keep my secret to my grave. And beyond.
That's the kind of commitment I like to hear. I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Very well. I think I have the perfect reading for your first assignment. There is a book up on that shelf. Occulta Pericula Amet.
Oh, my Latin is a little rusty, but does that say Dangerous Magic Secrets?
Ancient wizards did not like to get clever with their book titles. Anyway, take notes, and we will talk later.
Good day, Hunter.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? Sometimes, I even impress myself. I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here.
How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist me? I've crossed paths with this artifact once before. Allow us to assist you. I look forward to hearing how this fares in combat. So, do you have much experience with smithing? Perhaps you should put your suit on for this.
Where do you think I got the suit, Doc?
I assume through some sort of elaborate computer-aided...
What are we building today?
Farewell. Even a sorcerer
Time to take it to the next level. Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answer here. Later.
It's a simple question.
I mean... maybe?
Maybe how? Maybe you did see a stolen piece of one-of-a-kind gamma tech at the mysterious creepy lab?
It is possible.
We were busy.
Yeah, trying to save our friend. The one you all abandoned.
No, the one we are all trying to save, along with the rest of the planet.
Banner's accelerator.
Now this from the person who saw their first light bulb a few weeks ago.
And we're done here.
What if I were to tell you that theoretically, we could use the accelerator to destroy the Parchment of Power?
I would say, theoretically, that without the Parchment of Power...
the prophecy could not come to pass.
But that is impossible.
Agreed.
This from the wizard with the talking cape, the resurrected demon hunter, the blood witch, and the queen of limbo? I'm the most boring person here.
There might be a way to return to that facility.
You never told me that.
My sword retains a memory of every portal I open, but... it is better if I show you. Each time I try to reach it, something pushes back. Like I've hit a wall.
Wall? More like pure...
evil.
A demonic energy barrier. Unlike any I felt before.
Bruce. No matter what we do, he's always one step ahead of us. And to think, he used to be the boring one.
There has to be a way through, and we have to find it.
Try explaining that to Auntie Caretaker. She just read me the riot act about putting you in danger.
You worry about the barrier. I will handle Sarah.
Looks good to me. Stay out of trouble.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
You appear to have something on your mind, Hunter. You obviously have something to say, so please say it. And make it quick, we don't have a lot of time.
We need to go back to the Hydra lab Banner was using. We need...
I don't need to hear any more. The answer is no.
Caretaker, please. It is possible we could use the Stark Gamma Accelerator there to destroy the Parchment of Power.
Oh, in that case, let me make my displeasure clearer. There is no way in hell I'm letting any of you go back to that lab, especially you. My job is to keep you alive, and that's what I intend to do. This is the last I want to hear of such an ill-advised plan. When I said you needed to work better as a team last night, I didn't mean you needed to work better to come up with absurd ideas.
You are the one being absurd.
Oh, is that right?
That is right. Your overprotectiveness is preventing us from winning the war.
I'm fighting every second to make sure you stay alive, for the second time. So if I come across as overprotective, you must know it's only out of care. If you're feeling productive, maybe gather the team and use their collective resolve to stop the days from marching forward. It seems time is one of our enemies as well now.
So what did Well, out with it. What did Caretaker say when you proposed breaking back into Big Bad Banner's lab to retrieve Stark's Gamma
Accelerator.
Yes, that. I cannot imagine it went well. Not well at all.
She will change her mind.
No, she won't. We're going to have to go sneaking around behind her back again if we want to get anything done. And we shouldn't have to do that. She should trust us. We should be trusted.
I think you might be asking Caretaker for a little too much. I mean, she does not even trust Stark. It was his plan she shot down.
Even an American titan of industry can be on the receiving end of Caretaker's cold shoulder. Now that I think about it, it does make me feel a little better.
Then my job here is done.
No, it's not. Wanda is still out there. She still needs our help. That's why it's imperative for you to convince Caretaker that going back to Banner's lab is in the best interest of the entire team.
You think we will encounter Wanda there?
I know we will. Now hurry along and figure out a way to make it happen. We are counting on you. I don't like to be touched.
A force field like that, powered by demonic energy, would be impassable for nearly everyone.
Nearly?
Well, the magic that created that force field was the darkest kind. Not unlike the dark energies within you.
It is good to know that you have finally found an advantage to having an inner darkness.
Oh, there are many advantages, I'm sure. This is just the one that became most apparent to me.
So what do you suggest? I go up and try to walk through the barrier?
Not yet. You will need protection.
Some sort of armor?
I don't want to say too much until I've consulted the library. We will talk soon. That barrier is not as insurmountable as it seems.
Everything seemed kind of hopeless until I started poking through Dad's old files, and then bingo. The old man delivered.
The man you hated.
Gives us our biggest ace in the hole. I know, the irony is not lost on me.
I guess the only way to know if this'll work is to try it.
That's the spirit. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I always say. The original intention of the Gamma Accelerator was to supercharge gamma radiation. It could make a Hulk smash into a Hulk obliterate.
I see where this is going.
And who says Hulk gets all the fun? It would take just a few modifications to make it into a very potent weapon. To be honest, I think that's kind of true of everything my dad created.
So the lab
is on our to-do list, but right now we have something more pressing.
We need to get our hands on the Parchment of Power.
And to do that, we need Johnny Blaze to play ball. This is a good plan. I know it.
We need to take that monster out.
Still they persist.
Show no mercy.
We'll handle it post-haste. Let me show you just what this battle requires.
Not looking good for you.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Done waiting.
Your time has come.
I will make you regret that.
Still they persist.
Kiss it goodbye.
You will fall.
It would seem they have no plan B.
You were too weak for this fight.
Prepare yourself.
You will pay the greatest price. Trifling creature. That will
They have not changed their plans.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Oh my god, Robbie, why are you so pumped about meeting Blaze? Word on the street is the dude's a major a-hole.
Oh, come on. He's the original spirit of vengeance, and like, my personal hero.
Almost as lame as Hank Pym being your hero.
Who's that?
An annoying, outdated boomer. Just like your boy Blaze.
Blaze is not a boomer.
Whatever, Robbie. Fanboy all you want. Go get yourself an autograph for all I care. Just don't tell him.
It's good to have you around, Hunter. You don't treat me like some of the others.
How so?
America didn't exist in your time. With you, I get to be Steve from Brooklyn. Just a guy with a shield.
We are all in this fight together. Why would we not treat each other as equals?
And I appreciate it. I hope you know that. You have your own legend to deal with. That expectation must give you some trouble.
It can be hard to live up to what everyone thinks I am.
Then don't. Live up to your ideals. Everything else will fall into place. Like it or not, your words and actions carry a lot of weight. Don't lose sight of that.
Thanks. I will keep that in mind.
Sorry. Didn't mean to lecture. Let's get back to it. Had a good time, Hunter.
Tony could blot out the sky with the number of satellites he could launch to hunt for Blaze, and I don't think it would do any good. Meanwhile, the greatest help we could have asked for came from this mysterious demon locked away in these flames for all eternity. Demons are, by definition, evil, yet this one seems to want to help. And I'm inclined to trust it.
A demon reaching out to help us achieve our goals is just another sign that the old battle lines no longer exist. Good and evil mean nothing in the face of Chthon.
Sadly, I think you're correct.
So, Robbie
is very definitely the key to finding Blaze. How do we make that happen? I think Stark and I have our work cut out for us. Tony and I need to put our heads together. We should have something soon.
That felt good. Needed that.
We're gonna need a new training dummy. You ended that one's career.
Sorry to bust up your equipment. Training at night always gets me in the zone.
I'm the same. Night Stalker, all the way. Gives me a chance to let go. Be myself without worrying what others might think.
Bub, I don't even know what myself is anymore. Butchers at Weapon X threw my mind into a blender. Wanted to erase the man to unleash the pure beast. They got what they wanted, and then some. Charles has been trying to help me put the pieces back ever since. I'm not even sure I want to remember it all.
A vampire fed on my mother during my birth. For whatever reason, her face at that moment was burned into my mind. It was the same one I saw years later when I had to put her down. This night is darker than most.
Why? Is there a danger I am not seeing?
You're looking right at it. Lilith's darkness is testing me, Hunter. Her power is growing and mine along with it. I won't lie. I like feeling this strong. I like it a little too much. Surely you felt it too.
I feel my mother's call to darkness sometimes, too. And her voice, it is getting stronger.
In what way?
She visits me in my dreams, talks to me.
About what?
Returning to her, of course.
That's messed up. I don't know how you manage her head games, being your mother and all.
I do not know either, but Lilith has never been maternal. She cares only for the darker things, and the power they can give her. It is no surprise her darkness is fueling you.
I'm doing my best to keep the blood-sucking beast in me at bay, but it's getting harder and harder each night. And I'll be honest, it pisses me off. You know how much I like to be in control.
You are not in this alone. Do not forget what your teammates are for. If you cannot handle it, turn to one of us. Just do not eat your friends.
I'd laugh, but smiling is not my style.
Neither is taking a friend, so just take care of yourself, all right?
I'm working on it.
You know, sometimes I've found all you need is a good night's sleep. It does wonders for my outlook.
Good nights, bad nights. I really don't sleep. It's not my thing. I'll be awake for a long time tonight. If you're not busy, we could sit a while. It would be nice to catch up. I could use the company.
And what would you like to talk about?
Whatever you want.
The night is only getting darker, and I am getting tired.
Then sleep?
You are not going to hit the coffin too. It is going to be an early morning.
I don't know what it is with you and coffins.
Konnichiwa, friendo.
You know, when I first heard about Lilith and her apocalypse, I was skeptical that a resurrected half-demon warrior from the 17th century was going to be our best shot at beating her forces of darkness back.
And now?
Nico and company made the right call when they raised you from the dead, because I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to save the day.
I'm not going to save the day alone. We all are, as a team.
See? That's what I'm talking about. You know how to lead a team in the right direction.
I am just following in your footsteps.
There are 3 ways to lead, Hunter. By example, and by example. When I enlisted, I was 90 pounds soaking wet. A light breeze would have knocked me over. Not what you call captain material. But I didn't give up. And I won't let you either.